Hello, this is Mariette Do-Nguyen, and I am the account holder for my corporate account with the Bank of Ghana. I would like to present my case to the Ghana President, Ghana Minister of Finance, and Ghana Foreign Affairs Minister, the Bank of Ghana Governor, and the United States of America Ambassador to Ghana, Honorable Mrs. Sullivan. I had been torn for the last about a week or maybe a little bit more since the Dr. Ernest Addison, the Bank of Ghana Governor, contacted me, which is I have been waiting for his call for the last several months because the Almighty told me that he will call me. He said that Ernest Addison will call you. Actually, it wasn't make sense to me that God was telling me that, because I always have to go out and reach to the people. And here God was telling me for the bank governor to reach out to me, call me from country of Ghana to United States, state of California. It's a very rare, permanent one in the lifetime of the earth. I would like to say thank you to Dr. Addison, the Bank of Ghana governor. And thanks to the American Ambassador to Ghana, Ambassador Stephanie Sullivan, for taking to support me and to get this fund transferred to United States of America and to deposit in my account. I absolutely sure this time will get done. The ambassador, I just read your last letter to me today. You mentioned about that certain document need to come in, which is the attorney was telling me that she tried to get the affidavit from Ghana Chief of Justice. But after I look into where my fund come from, it's come from the country called the Azerbaijan. It is in northeast of Europe, next to Caspian Sea. So it doesn't belong. It did not come from Africa continent. And it did not come from or belong to country of Ghana. It went through the UBA Bank before it came to the United States. The UBA Bank was a correspondence for the sender bank before it come to the United States. My understood correspondent bank required by law prohibit to hold wire transfer in the bank or in their country. The international transfer require certain day of the week have to be either delivered to beneficiary or send it back to the sender, which is the whoever owned the money, not the bank. In the case of my account fund, it donate to me by the anonymous donor. Because this is the way the Almighty Creator created for all donors that He had been choose to donate to my name or to my organization, required to be anonymous. The reason for that, because the mission that I am working on to repair this broken world. In the Bible, the book of Revelation specify in chapter 12 and 11 is ongoing creation of the earth and human race on earth. So no one in this world, it's mean I'm specifying no one, including the donor. I don't care how much amount that the donor donate to me or to my organization. Never, ever have a power over the Almighty God, because the donor donate certain amount of money to me for the service or to my organization for service. Because of that, to prevent the devil come in and start use the donor to overpower or some way to take advantage or whatever it is. So that is the reason that all the donations, especially for the large amount, required to be anonymous donation. Anonymous donation is very common in the United States. Nothing wrong with that. People can give their money away to the whoever needed without revealing their name, because God knows what they're doing. God knows in their heart. So that is a very normal, nothing wrong with that. In my case of my organization, it doesn't matter where is the source of money come from. It's come from people do the good work, business, or drug dealer on the money, and they convert it to back to God and say, hey, I cannot use this money. I did this thing is not good, so I have to turn over to her, so she can do the good work that God sent her in this world. It doesn't matter from good or from bad source of money. As the moment that the anonymous donor sign the end of the dotted line that donate to my name or my organization, and the computer transferring keystroke hit the send, I became the owner of the fund, because the fund will not go back to the donor. It will never go back to the sender bank. Now understand that clearly. I used to work for Bank of America for 10 years, so I know the bank well. God trained me well. Now the UBA Ghana is correspondent bank already transferred the fund to me on November 1st, year 2011. The fund already reached the United States banking system. Is under the United States law jurisdiction. But because certain employees as the Department of State, they comply with the former President George Walker Bush. They intercept my fund. That is illegal. They violate my Constitution. It's very clear. The House had the meeting that published on an article that the House Congress already tell the White House back there, your administration doesn't have a check and balance. You're doing this. You violate the U.S. Constitution. Yes, they did. It's good for them to monitor international banking activity to prevent the money coming to the United States to attack this country. But because the lack of understanding, lack of discernment, you intercept the innocent U.S. citizen. So my money, I'm innocent. I come from God, I'm innocent to do good work. That violate my constitution right. Now the interim stop order sent to the UBA Ghana. The officer that handled the transaction, he have to send to me, otherwise I won't listen to him. I have to see with my eye. So he sent to me. So I contact the Department of State. And then I told him I contact Department of State, and he said, oh, you're supposed not to get the copy of this letter. It's just only for us. You know what that they do behind my back. They violate my constitution. Right. So I was able to talk to the author of the interim stop order. The first message I called, I left the message for him. He didn't call me back. So I called again. He answered phone. He told me his name misused. But when he was saying to me that he spoke English with the African accent, I speak with Asian accent, so I'm pretty good at recognizing it. And then I say, okay, then I need you to have the Department of State Security to do the investigation and give me the answer. About a week or maybe 2 weeks later, I received an email from the Department of State Security tell me that the interim sub-order was 419 Nigeria scam. You see how they fell? How they fell the citizen? They cover up. I am not sure that the security employee at Department of State intentionally do that, or is just he negligent. I don't know. I cannot say one way or another unless God telling me. He did not tell me. But that is not my job. That is the Department of State job to make all that correction. For prevent future happen to other people like happened to me. So now, my friend back to Ghana. The fact I reached to the embassy in the past, they didn't listen to me. Until 3 years later, which is in November of 2014, U.S. Army Captain Harris Walker accidentally located my friend. Now, let me leave it here. I don't want to go more into that. So now, my money finally that got back to me at the Treasury Department. They process it, and then the Bank of Ghana deputy governor contact me. So they keep let my money float in the bank. They suppose never keep my money over there because my money is belong to me. The country of Ghana government and the Ghana court have no jurisdiction over my fund. Just my fund in my account with Bank of Ghana. It deposited in there because the Ghana bank, there's bad people forced me to do that. I have to done it to protect my money in my account, to gain my ownership. That's why I agreed to open the corporate account and put my money in. Now please, let me go back to to transfer my fund to the United States, ASAP, combined principal plus unpaid interest for entire time my fund illegally keep in country of Ghana. Remember again, country of Ghana, where UBA Ghana. UBA Ghana only correspondent for the sender bank. My money support never keep in Ghana. And because anonymous donation, it never go back to the sender bank or to the donor. It have to come to me. I make that clear, very clear. So let me continue on what I say about the facts already evident, and I will delete of how God had given to me as my understanding in my head that was given to me, and the dream that God gave it to me the night before last night, which is I already share on my letter to Ambassador Stephanie Sullivan. I know you don't understand that. I understood it because they come in as symbol. So none of you understood it. But I understood what God was telling me. Now, country of Ghana, government, have no jurisdiction over my fund. I'm an U.S. citizen, and I did not live in country of Ghana. My fund only passing through country of Ghana, through UBA Ghana, to transfer to me. It's already rich American banking jurisdiction. But certain people in Ghana and certain bad employee of the State Department stolen from me. They stolen my money. It is 665 million United States dollars. It's not money for me to use for myself, to go out and do things like everyone on this world doing. No. It is the money from God, the Almighty Creator, that come with my soul at this time to fund the service for the ongoing creation of the earth and human life on earth. It means that as long as my fund held hostage in country of Ghana, all the damage caused out there, those people held hostage to my fund will be punished. I guarantee you 101% God will punish those people. They might get away from earthly law, but they cannot get away from God's judgment. That's all I can say. Because the country of Ghana do not have a jurisdiction over my fund. It means any document from the Ghana government authority, from the court, become invalid. Just because the government don't have a jurisdiction over my fund. I am giving to you. So between the Bank of Ghana governor and the ambassador and the minister of finance and the foreign affairs minister and the president of Ghana talk over this. And I let you make the decision. Only I need is my fund to be completely transferred to me by the end of first week of August 2019. I understood the embassy already paid. It's only free for me because it's covered under federal crime victim. But for $750 to pay to the Chief Justice or to the court in Ghana for the document, it doesn't cover. I agree with Ambassador Sullivan, understand the law, but there's only one area here because of the Department of State, certain employee cooperated with those in Ghana, tossed my fund back. That's why now become the attorney believed that go to the court to get the order from Chief Justice will work, which I agree with her that. But the point here is God sent me in the world to repair this broken world. In another word, I'm saying here, for my fund illegally held in Ghana since November 2011 until now. That is a broken system that contributes to broken world. That's what I'm saying. For that $700, number one, when God told me, you listen to Father instruction, you cannot do that. Right now, I don't have the full $750. But if I send the $750 or any dollars amount toward the $750, you know what's going to happen to me? You know that what's going to happen to me, you probably don't know. I disobey God. God is my boss. And you know what happened? He gonna give me physically pain. I gonna be in a lot of pain. Physically. Do you want me to disobey God, and send you either $750 or any amount for me to be punished by God with my physical body in pain? I'm asking you that question. Do you want me to be in that situation? I don't. I have a lot of work to do. And I don't want my body to be in a lot of pain. Because I already lost a lot of money already. My children really angry of me. For I spend my money for obey God. My son, who's medical research, he's the one that always take care of me. If I have anything about my health, I call him. Within 30 minutes, he right in my front door. Take care of mom. He mad at me. He have not talked to me for at least over 2 years. Do you know that how painful that I'm going through? And how painful that my son going through? He loved me. He loved his mom. But because he understand different than I understood, he doesn't know that I have the mission. I come from God with the mission that I have to carry through. But soon he will see that. I beg you, Ambassador Sullivan, I beg you to understand my situation. I beg you, Dr. Addison, to understand my situation. And I ask Tony Mary Ohinawa to understand my situation. So I ask all three of you to meet with the President, Minister of Finance, and Foreign Affairs Minister. With this video, and there is a letter I already wrote. I will be sending it to Ambassador Stephanie Sullivan and the Bank of Ghana Governor Addison. The letter and video, this videotape, I ask you, the three of you, to present it to Ghana President, to Ghana Minister of Finance, to Ghana Foreign Affairs Minister, and let everyone make the decision. Only I need is for my fund to completely under the United States banking jurisdiction at the end of the first week of August. Today is July 26 already. Regarding to the $750, please understand I cannot send. So the Department of State have to do something about that. And if that needed, I will pay it back. I promise. But for me to go out to send a $750 or any amount, I unable to do that. Because I have to obey my boss, who is the Almighty God, the Creator. If I did not, I will be endured with a lot of physical pain. I know him. I know him well. He done that many times in the past. At first, I did not know that I disobeyed and my body get in pain. I did not know, but I learned. The Messiah coming at Jesus, his soul whispered to me. I didn't hear his voice, his soul voice, because I suppose not to spoke to the human soul. and he's so supposed not to spoke to me. But he divinity as a Messiah. He spoke to my soul. It was at the beginning, but lately for the last probably 15 years, the Almighty Creator, the Master is the one that gave me order. The Master is the one that gave me instruction. You don't believe in me, I know. But you will find out. You know how back that people killed Messiah coming as fully man Jesus? They thought they killed him, they win. They didn't win. No, they lost. You see how big is a Christian this day? No, I'm not belong to any religion. I born from the Catholic family. My parents raised me in the Catholic faith. But in the year 1999, the Almighty removed me from practice Catholic faith. So I don't belong to any religion. Just me and God. I don't belong to any political party. I'm just me. I'm just do what my boss, the Almighty God, asks me. Again, I thank to Ambassador Stephanie Sullivan. I thank to Dr. Ernest Addison. I thank to Ghana President. I thank the Ghana Minister of Finance. And I thanks to Ghana Foreign Affairs Minister. And I will pray for you. Thank you and goodbye.